I will discuss class 7 chapter heat and temperature. At first I will discuss what is heat. Before starting the discussion, I will give some example. Suppose you wake up in the morning and running sometimes. You feel become hot. Why you feel? Suppose another example. You come back home and tell your mother to give me some juice. So your mother start the mix grinder. After sometimes your mother give me a juice. When you touch the mix grinder, it's become hot. Another example, suppose you take your two hands and start rubbing few times. After some times it has become hot. So you use the energy to work, and some portion of energy is converted to heat. So heat is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy. So it has energy capable to do some work.
একটু ওয়েট করে
So heat is a form of energy. So it capable to do some work. Suppose I give you some example. Suppose you want to rise the boil. You want to boiling the rice. So your gas oven is open. So that gas oven is open. The heat energy. You give the heat energy so that rice is boiling, and the upper portion of the water become the steam. The steam strike the upper portion of your container so that it becomes lift up. So you doing some work. So at first I tell you it is a form of energy and to do some work. Okay, I give you another example. Suppose you take some of the block of wood and burn it, and you stand beside. You feel after sometimes your leg become hot. Why? Because from the source the heat is dissipated. Dissipate for spread out in all the direction from your source, and the surroundings become hot. After that, I will discuss heat is converted to another energy. Heat is converted to another energy. First example, thermal power station. Thermal power station. What can I do? You burn the coal, burning the coal. मतलब क्या हुआ? It gives the heat energy. And heat energy becomes transferred to electrical energy. So here heat energy is transferred to electrical energy where? Thermal power station. So thermal power station, at first we burn the coal. Burning the core gives you the heat energy, and heat energy is transferred to the electrical energy. Another example, suppose steam engine. Steam engine. Steam engine. Here, heat energy is transferred to mechanical energy. Heat energy transferred to mechanical energy. So I give you two examples here where the heat energy transferred to another energy. At first, thermal power station. After that, steam engine. So heat energy transferred to another form of energy. Okay. In another example. Other energy. To heat energy. Other energy to heat energy. Iron, electric iron. Electrical iron. In our daily uses, you already know electrical iron. You switch on, then electrical energy. After that, you cloth. After that, electrical energy. When the switch on, it gives the electrical energy. Electrical energy. After that, it converted to heat energy. If you doing some work, if you touch your cloth, it's become hot. So electrical energy is transferred to heat energy. In another example, when you pump or when you rub your hand, your muscular energy, mechanical energy, is converted to heat energy. Together, mechanical energy. Mechanical to heat. Okay. So other energy is converted to heat energy. I give you two examples: electrical iron and pump together. Okay. I will discuss another form where heat is intermediate. At first something energy, that is heat, and heat after that something. So there is the intermediate. Intermediate. For your simplification, you take the bath. Suppose bath. What can you do? At first you switch on so that it gives the electric energy. Electrical energy. Switch on, that energy comes. After that, the bulb is heat up so that it was heat energy. After that, the heat energy, when the filament is heat up, after that it gives the light. So you can see that here heat is the intermediate. Electric energy at first, after that heat, after that light. Okay, another example. Nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant. the iridium substance, thermal, neutron, etc. concept which I discuss you later. So that here nuclear energy, intermediate is heat, after that electrical energy. So I will discuss here at first heat energy transformed to another energy. After that another energy transformed to heat energy. After that it is intermediate state. Heat energy in the middle. At first suppose I give the example of light. You switch on, electrical energy is coming through, electrical energy. After that your filament is heat up, so heat energy. After that it gives the light, so that you have the light energy. Okay. Here I discuss some effects of heat. heat की वजह से हम लोग का क्या क्या होता है. At first suppose heat effect. Heat effect. Heat effect. Suppose इसकी वजह से हम लोग क्या हो सकता है. X1. Some things, if you take a solid, liquid or gas, you already know if you give some heat, so the expansion of the gas is so much. Okay, the solid have solid structure, the intermolecular attraction is very much, and the gas, the intermolecular attraction is very low. So when you give some energy, the molecules are randomly moving in all the directions. Okay. After that, I will discuss hot and cold. Hot and cold. Substance, some heat, so that it's become hot. If you take the heat, the substance become cool. In your daily life use purpose, in many of the example you see this. Okay. Normally we determine heat, it is hot or it was cold. I just simply touch it. I was touched it, but it was not a reliable measurement of hotness or coldness of a body. So that before starting, I will discuss one activities here. Suppose you take the container. Ice cold water, other is liquid water, or you can say normal room temperature. Normal room temperature. Take the hot water. Okay, hot water, it is not so much hot that it is crossing the 100 degrees centigrade. It was favorable, so that you take hot water and ice cold water and lukewarm water, either it was hot or not cold. Just room temperature water. Okay, you take your two hands, right and left hand simultaneously and put it on A and B. Your right or left, right or left. Same. suppose after 1 minute you escape your two hands and two hands together. Two hands together. Two hands together. Take inside. Take inside this. Then you feel that the condition is much different. Here is hot, here is cold, but when you dip inside these two hands from this container C, you feel that your right hand becomes hot and your left hand become cold. So that you can say in terms of a body hotness or coldness, it is not the reliable measurement. So if you want to the reliable measurement of hotness or coldness of a body, so it becomes the idea of temperatures. Okay, it becomes the idea of temperature. You can say hot and cold are comparative term. Okay, so it becomes the reliable measurement of hotness or coldness of a body. It becomes the temperature. So the new term is come. This is called temperature. Here I use all the words just like hot, cold, warm, hot water. It's one of the physical quantity of the matter. Okay, so we measure the current measurement of a body hotness or coldness. It will measure its temperature. But the measurement of temperature, I use a device which is called thermometer. Thermometer. The innovation of thermometer is not innovate a single step, but it was step by step development. Okay, I will discuss most of them two scale of thermometer we use. One is centigrade and other is Fahrenheit. One is centigrade scale and other is Fahrenheit, degree centigrade and degree Fahrenheit. Okay. Here I will discuss the relation between Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale along with Kelvin scale. Okay. This is Celsius, Fahrenheit, and here is Kelvin. Suppose it is a Celsius scale. This was the lower fixed point. Lower fixed point. This was upper fixed point. Upper fixed point. For Celsius scale, freezing point of water or ice is centigrade, and boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. Okay, same concept we use here. Here is lower 32 and upper 21. Same concept here is 273 and upper is 373. So the Fahrenheit scale, lower fixed point is 32, upper fixed point is 212. So difference between them is 180. Here Celsius scale difference between two fixed point is 100, and also Kelvin scale 273, 373 divided is 100. Now I will connect all the relations centigrade, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. That's why we can convert it from one scale to another. Okay, start the relation. At first we write centigrade C minus lower fixed point. Centigrade is the lower fixed point. 0. By difference 100 finite scale minus lower fixed point finite scale, I already say 32, and difference is 180. And Kelvin scale minus 273, the lower fixed point 100. Okay, at first I will take these two relations, centigrade and Fahrenheit. C by 100 equals F minus 32 by 180. If you got it, 5, this is 925. C by 5 equals to F minus 32 by 9. So this is the relation between the Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. If you know any one of them, suppose you know C, suppose C is 20 degrees centigrade, you can convert it into Fahrenheit. Okay, just use this relation. Okay, if you give the Fahrenheit, you can put your value, suppose Fahrenheit 68 degree Fahrenheit. If you want to convert it degrees centigrade, just use these relations. Okay, if you give the centigrade, you convert to Kelvin. It is if you use these two relations. Okay, just we can convert one step to another. Okay, you already seen in your home scale. Scale two bigger point and middle is smaller point. Suppose you think that two bigger points, this difference 10 and 10 division smaller division, so each division is 1 degree. Same type of concept is used in calibration of thermometer. Okay, next class I will discuss the next topic, clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer.